Capricorn, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to be here with you always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot astrology, any channeled messages that come through. And I will incorporate Ayurvedic or holistic wellness practices that we can implement to really strengthen us, mind, body, and soul. So let's get into it. Capricorn, as I was preparing for your reading today, I was hearing this need to get creative. I'm hearing that there are things that you are currently changing in your life. These are changes that you are making based upon the evidence that you have received. Things that you're seeing about people, about dynamics, even things that might be a little unexpected, but you're kind of in this no BS mode is what I'm hearing. And you're receiving whatever information you're getting and you're saying, okay, right, I got this. I'm going to grab the bull by the horns and make decisions on how I need to get myself out of X, Y, and Z or readjust whatever it is for you. But I'm hearing this vibe of don't force your way ahead. There is a need. It's not about patience in the process, but it's more about doing things methodically and fluidly. And I feel like your intuition is a key proponent of that. Capricorn energy is I believe it is the strongest in the zodiac. It can endure it. You deal with the devil and you win. It's ruled by Saturn energy, which is all about strength, endurance, karma, overcoming. And you can handle anything that is thrown your way. And I feel like in some ways that's where you're not letting certain people and situations get you down. You're still human. You still have thoughts and feelings about it. But I think sometimes the drive, the force can come out of that determination. Well, I'm going to show them, or again, I'm not harping on you. It's not a negative thing. It's just the way that your soul wants to realize its power. I'm not going to be put down or limited by this person, by this situation. Also, there is some softening that needs to happen is what I'm hearing. And that's where the intuition comes into play. Really making sure that you're spending some quiet time with self, that you're getting clear around what the messages are that you are receiving, not just from that space of ego. It's a little hard to do right now. We're in Leo season and we're coming up on a full moon in Aquarius, which definitely gives us that drive and determination to do it our own way and not really caring who or what gets on board with us. And that's good, right? Those things are good. But then Chiron goes into retrograde at the end of the week. And Chiron is the wound healer. Chiron or Chiron. I like to pronounce it Chiron. Just as a heads up. I've gotten a little flack for that. But Chiron is our wound healer. It is what helps us overcome the limitations of the ego, of the physical world, so that we can rise above, we can be better versions of ourselves, more spiritually aligned, and therefore more abundantly aligned. That's why I like to start the readings off with an energy cleansing, just to set the tone, set the tone for the reading, cleanse out any energy that we are coming into blocks or limitations around. It's a good time to set your own intention for the reading, especially if you do have something on your heart or mind. If this is not your vibe, you can totally skip ahead. You'll still receive the good vibes, the good blessings always, but I do list the chapters down below. I also provide a variety of health and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're interested in more of a realignment of self, your mind, your body, your soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. Because when we are aligned in self, when we are strong, when we are grounded in who we are, our wants, our needs, that's really where we're tapping into our highest potential. It's where we're manifesting our abundance. It's where we feel happy and fulfilled. And I would love to help support you in that in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. I am working on my website right now. Hopefully it will be up and running soon, but until then you can totally shoot me an email and I would love to get in touch. All right, with that, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love. All right, Capricorn. So I'm picking up this energy of you, like, I do feel like this level up, or you've been working really hard at something, refining, getting better at something, even cleansing people dynamics out of your life to have a nicer life, you know, be a little bit happier, more comfortable, confident in the world you're living in, like buttoning things up. That's what it feels like, right? It's, you're just cleaning out the nooks and crannies, the messes, etc. But I feel like as you've done this, I'm hearing two messages. There might have been a little bit of a snowball reaction in the way that starting to clean one thing led to another, led to another, led to another. I'm also hearing that it has revealed things, like getting to this space, it's where you've wanted to be, but it's not exactly how you thought it was going to look. And I think it's a little bit of a reality check, like a little bit of a wake-up call, like it's a little startling. It's a little startling. But it's also making you curious. This curious about how things are going to go. I think the startling part is that you don't have as much control as maybe what you thought you did over certain dynamics. And this could just be that you wanted certain things to work out in a certain way, and it's not really shaking out that way. It doesn't feel like this big, bad, and ugly thing. It just feels like, you know, you had certain ideas. If I do this, then this is going to happen. And it didn't. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually putting you in a place where there is more empowerment. But at the same time, a little bit of your Capricorn energy is, you know, mad. like this is not how I wanted it to go. Or, you know, and it could just be when you're thinking about reflecting on things where people do shitty things, whatever. Like, you know, just things that get under our skin, or just like, you know, whatever it may be, that's kind of putting you in a position where you're a little bit annoyed, a little bit of frustrated. But I do love this. I love this confirmation. I want you to know I can't read the cards when I pull them up. And these ones are kind of hard to see. So I love this confirmation on that level up for you. Okay, so ancestors and paradox. So it feels like again, this is that confirmation that you really thought things, or maybe you were even told, instructed, maybe the way that your family or your lineage showed up in life or taught you how to do things is very different from the reality of like how you can do things. Because I do see that you are breaking away from certain confines 100% with this dare to dream. I feel like you are uncovering that gem, right? That gem that those claws, those talons are gripping onto. I feel like that is representative of the old patterning, the old structures. I think family is definitely tied into this. They don't have to be the main player, but I do feel like family, ancestors, lineage, the way you were raised, the way you were taught to see the world is being shaken up right now. Shaken up in a way because I think you're seeing how certain belief systems are directly preventing you from reaching your goals, your dreams, things that have been limiting you that you are breaking free from. Higher perspective. I love this. But you're keeping things on the up and up. I feel like you've been afraid or embarrassed to do things differently, to kind of work outside of the wheelhouse. And it goes back to that first channeled message I was picking up where, like, the more you started cleaning, the more you saw all the repairs that needed to be done, or the things that were a little bit displaced, etc. Take risk, deconstruction, reflect. Yeah. So I think that this is an active deconstruction that's happening in your life. One that you can have control on, if we want to go back to that control piece. I like the take risk. It even has the goat in the center. So there you go, Capricorn. Nice energy for you. I feel like it's okay to go against the grain right now. And we're even seeing that with the full moon in Aquarius. I think it's on the 29th. Yep, 29th, 2:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or wherever you're located. It will vary, right? But I like that we're ending out the month of July with this full moon in Aquarius, because Cancer has given us, Cancer energy, water, it's given us information on where our emotions are at, what we really think, feel about people, seeing through some of the lies, some of the BS, and some of that uncovering that you're doing. And then the full moon in Aquarius really helps us not care so much about appeasing everybody else, but actually making choices that are for the best for you. And there is a gift coming in the form of fate. I feel like I feel like you're breaking free from something that I think I don't know. I hate saying it that way because I think everything happens in the right time, in the right way. But I do think that this is a pattern that has been ingrained into you, or whatever that looks like, for a long time. Like maybe it could have been let go earlier. I'm not saying you should have. Like, I'm not trying to shame that. Please don't hear it in that way. I'm just seeing this as like, as you're letting go, what you want is coming in. And it is coming in a way that I feel like there is some bittersweet to it, is what I'm seeing. And we'll get into that a little bit with the tarot. So you have put certain energies. We're still in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. I've been tripping over my words left and right, and that's not typical. But yeah, I feel like you've allowed other things to do the heavy lifting, or again, things that feel streamlined to some capacity, maybe even things that worked for people who came before you, whether it is your family or you just admire someone and you're kind of, reflecting their life or how they made decisions, etc. But it feels like you weren't doing that out of the authenticity of your own heart, right? Like, yes, following patterns, trends can be a good thing when we're trying to establish self, a business, community, whatever that looks like, right? But we also want to make sure that we're not completely detached from what we think and from what we feel. And that can be where some of the challenge comes into play, because you are so strong and you have that level of endurance. You don't necessarily need other people, and it can also be very easy to continue to push ahead. It can also be very easy to just and not take that break, not stop and say, is this working? It's very easy to just keep going. So Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy in your environment. You have the Wheel. I love that. Jupiter energy. Jupiter is in Leo right now, which is awesome in terms of side hustles, making some extra money, connecting with people, networking, new job opportunities. It's really good for letting our light shine and then making something come of that. It's a very charismatic energy. And when I'm seeing you here, like your energy walking in, you feel strong, you feel confident, you feel like you're at the top of your game, or whatever you're choosing, whatever you are doing feels right for you. And I think right in a way where you have a good balance between what has been detrimental to you versus what has actually helped you. It's not so like pie in the sky, like everything's so great, because sometimes the higher we are up, the harder we fall. But it doesn't feel like that. Don't hear it as that. It feels like more balanced, like you have the reins, you have control. You might be a little blissfully ignorant to certain things, and I think this is directly related to that patterning that I was picking up before. We have the Judgment in your blocked energy right now. I feel like your energy's been more focused on you and not so much on what's going on around you. 5 of Swords, Queen of Wands. Someone's put up a lot of boundaries. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And we have the Knight of Wands in the blocked energy as well. Interesting. Let's see who these people are to you. I don't know. It doesn't look like you're paying them any mind. It looks like you're kind of in your own world, or you are very focused on whatever you have going on. Someone is protecting their energy because of how things have transpired. Interesting. I feel like you have pulled away from certain people. There's a lot of people around you. Very interesting, Capricorn. I feel like you have pulled away from certain people. I think that's a good thing. I think you needed that for yourself because you do feel stronger with wherever you're at today. And I think you have needed time to really listen to what your own instincts are telling you. I'm not sure that that's the loudest voice right now. I think you have a lot of people in the background, chitter chatter, feeding in, projecting. There's a lot going on. And I'm hearing like, almost like it's like you don't want to have to keep up with it all. It feels a little like overwhelming. I'm going to pull one more card actually 2 more cards. I want to do this first. 7 of Swords. Very interesting. I like that though, actually. I feel it looks like you're breaking free from something. It feels like you're breaking free from a dynamic where you do have a lot of input. You have a lot of people, again, their perspective, their judgments. And I think you're a little bit over it, Capricorn, because it feels like to whatever capacity, this hasn't worked out for you. It's been heavily informing your decisions way too much. And it's kind of kept you in the same space. Maybe there are certain things that are manifesting that are good as a result of it, but it's not based on whatever's going on in your environment over here. It's actually based on what you are doing for yourself. So you're actually the one who's controlling the goodness that's coming in. And it looks like there's a disconnect between what people think and feel you should do versus what you actually think and feel you should do. And you might get some pushback from this. And this might even be some of that annoyance that I was picking up. Like, it's almost like the way that you're receiving people's judgment is that they don't trust you, or it feels a little demeaning to you. Like, you're an adult, you can do this, you can handle this. And even if you want to try something that hypothetically could go awry, it doesn't, like, you can still handle it. That's kind of how your perspective is coming at whatever the disconnect, whatever the tension is bringing up. But I don't know, certain people don't really believe that, or there is this manipulative energy in the background. Knight of Wands, again, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Knight of Wands is just very ignorant, or I don't know, like, this feels like bad information. This feels like bad information that there's a lot of people basing their assumptions off of. And perhaps Queen of Cups energy, you have someone who's like cautioning you. That's what I hear. Like, someone's trying to help, or it does feel a little patronizing. I'm not going to lie. It feels like someone's, yes, trying to bestow wisdom, guidance, but it's not something you're asking for. Or maybe you are, and maybe the way that it comes across, it feels a little demeaning. Like I said, it does kind of have this air of patronization. And like, okay, well, if you're not going to listen to me, then I can't be around you. Like, that kind of vibe. But I think this is also the key to where you start questioning a little bit more, and you're like, well, then if you're going to do this, then I'm going to go do my own thing. I feel like a lot of why you have not done something is because of what's being fed into this. And then as they're making up excuses or saying or doing whatever, it's just more of a confirmation that you really need to do whatever your intuition is telling you to do. Yes, there might be a more creative way to handle whatever it is that you want. That's what I'm hearing. It's not about bulldozing. It's not about, showing up, here I am. It's not loud. It's not pronounced. It's more subtle. It's more creative. That message has been coming a lot for me, for you, getting quiet, doing some meditation, or spending some moments in peace so you can get the clarity, the understanding that you need, so that you can allow creative solutions to come in, so you aren't bulldozing into whatever this is. Because you're going to need your creativity. And it's like, you're going to need your creativity so you don't prove them right. And here's the thing. There's something really good on the other side of it. I believe in you. I trust you. I feel like I want to tell you, Capricorn, like, it's all about the art of communication. It's about the art of how you show up, how you interact, not with these people because they're not hearing you. And I don't even think you need to prove your point or get them to hear you. I think you're already past that point anyway. But this is more that vibe of like, as you do what you know innately you should do in a way that might be new for you, that might be a little creative or out of the box, it's actually going to help you be more successful. And we're even getting that confirmation in the astrology. Divine protection, 100%. You are divinely protected. Trust each step of your intuition. See? Okay, confirmation on our reading right there. I'll pull 2 more to close this out. Let's see. I like that. We did talk about protection from the outside sources, sacred space. I love this for you. Create a sacred space to allow your intuition to flow freely. Definitely confirming what I was just talking about in terms of meditation, quiet time of some sort. Ayurveda is a huge proponent. Starting the morning with some gratitude, wash up, self-care, then do meditation, do a prayer, do some affirmations, read something inspiring, just something that can align you toward your value, towards your morals, towards your inspiration for the day. It's also going to block out a lot of this noise because these people or whatever this is, they do feel very noisy. And I feel like, again, you're over it. There is this energy of a little bit of feeling begrudged. Breakthrough insight. This cannot be more clear, Capricorn. Intuition brings breakthrough insight. Act on them. 100%. It can't be more clear than that, right? That's like what the whole reading has been about. And part of that is breaking away from the noise, from the chaos, whether it's coming up as people or it's just coming up as a lot of thoughts, a lot of mental chatter, things that, you know, we can't necessarily stop. But when we meditate, when we transcend, when we're able to kind of go into this space of peace, clarity, understanding, it helps clear out the mental chatter. According to Transcendental Meditation, meditation isn't freeing yourself from thoughts. Thoughts are always going to happen. And yes, we can transcend into a more quiet and peaceful place, but our mind's nature is to think. You know, that is the nature of the mind. So it's not like there's a turn off button. If anything, it's quieting the mind, quieting all the chatter so that we can pick out those intuitive, inspirational understandings, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to cultivate, so that those become louder, not so much the mental chatter that really doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, you know, on the surface. So I hope this helps. I hope you found messages that you can use, that you can actually utilize in your day-to-day. I hope you found things that resonated here for you. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always, Capricorn. Definitely drop comments below. I would love to connect. I would love to hear from you, exchange, hear how it resonates, share in a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. Know that I'm sending that love and support back your way. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you soon.